FRL Charlie, I know that name. Oh God, he's gone all flag with Ukraine. How has he managed to make that on this game? Oh, got some more names we know now. Clark is in. Sean Larry's in.
I've been muted, so it didn't come through. There we go, we're live. Welcome to HOR Season 11, Race 7. We are at the Monaco Grand Prix. I'm joined by Rob this evening. Evening, Rob.
Evening. I was muted myself then, so that didn't work.
How are you, mate?
I'm alright, sir, I'm alright.
Good. Adam, who's usually here, is racing tonight. As a reserve, I believe. He hasn't chosen a car yet. Adam has not been sacked. No, Mike. He'd have to sack himself first. I think we're just waiting for a few more to come anyway. Let's copy that.
How has he managed to make that on this game?
Let me change something.
Oh, got some more names we know now. Clark. Sean Larry's in.
It should be better. Charlie's done no practice. I think Charlie finished last week, actually.
I need to go back and look at some results, actually, just to catch back up, because I've slept a lot in a week.
Yeah, you've also... I don't think you've been here for Elite this season, have you?
No, but I have watched every race, I think.
Yeah,
Chris is not.
Finished last week.
Chris is not having the best of times at the moment, is he? Told lad.
No, he's struggled a bit late, but he's got good laps under him.
He has good pace. It just never seems to work out for him right now.
No. We've got a few here anyway. Jensen obviously is winning the championship by quite
Well, I was just going to run down that actually before we got started, to be fair. So we've got Jensen leading on 213 points, Macho in second on 129, Connor third on 125, Liam Cragg on 121, Smalley 119, Rage 110, Cameron, who missed last week, I think, on 95, MedTC 84, Pelly 68, Physico 66. And that's your top 10. Then after that, you've got JNTX, Mattman, Lewis, Clarky, Chris, URL Nick, Chris Stapp, Sean Larry, FRL Charlie, and SHZ Tom. And I think the others may be reserves below that, if I'm honest.
Tom,
I've only done a couple of races.
Actually, he hasn't chosen a car yet, so he may be a reserve.
I wonder if he is a reserve, yeah, because his first race was last weekend, last Wednesday.
We have Rude Gillett here. He's new, I think. He'll be a reserve, and so is FRL David and Chew. Adam's obviously there.
I think we need a rule of people need easier names to read.
We'll just call him David and CPI.
Dave 1, Dave 2, Dave 3 is going to be my new rule.
We had another Charlie come in last week, last couple
of
weeks.
No, I can't have that. Sorry. He'll have to have a new name. He can be Frank.
We are readying up anyway, guys.
For the wonderful streets of Monaco.
I'm going to share this around quickly while we wait. Hopefully it stays dry here anyway. It can be very... it's hard enough to concentrate around here for 39 laps, even in the sunny weather. Yes. That's there already, that's fine. When we get into this, I will just check. We're just waiting for Lewis, but I'll just check audio against the car. Should be.
Yeah,
anyway.
am I behind on the stream?
Possibly.
Yes, I am. That's why it was on the wrong screen. So I've got it at the side of me trying to watch at the same time. So I know
murky.
where you're up to. It looks very murky. And there's not many more things can make Monaco grim, but rain is definitely one of them.
Love for Stephen. Evening, friends. Bless him. I'm surprised Stephen didn't want to race tonight. I think he likes Monaco.
Nobody likes Monaco. People tolerate Monaco because it exists as a thing. But I don't think anybody actually enjoys it. Oh, we have cars going out on track. Physico is going to be the first one, I think, followed by Connor and an Aston Martin, which is Jensen. In fact, the FRL Charlie's...
Yeah. Charlie, I think he's going to be doing a bit of practice. That's fine. Oh, Connor's already round.
Good start.
Evening, Cameron's dad. Hope you're doing well. Good luck for him tonight as well. He had a brake issue 1 week, so he hasn't had. I don't think he was here last week, so he hasn't.
No, he didn't. He didn't have a brake issue. He had a dad issue who set his pedals up wrong and then tried to ruin his race. So we're blaming Cameron's dad for that one.
I wasn't going to say that, but at least Rob remembers.
No, we're not. We're not blaming Cameron for that one. We're blaming his dad. 100%.
That man's gone out on the medium compound, so...
couple have. Charlie's about to start his lap, if you want to jump on board with him.
Get down to Charlie. We'll get rid of that.
I'll take us around the first lap if you want, as he comes through the final corner round the straight that isn't straight or worth calling a straight.
He's invalidated his lap already.
And yes, he has.
We will go to Physico.
He's coming down through Lowe's hairpin, formerly known as Lowe's hairpin. Oh, Connor's left the session. Does he need a re-invite? While Physico goes through the tunnel down towards the Nouvelle chicane, partway through Sector 2. Nice and late on the brakes. Oh, bit tight on the apex, but he's got it all right, and he's kept it nice on the exit as we go into Tabac and then on towards the swimming pool section. Nice through there. Carl really well planted actually. Oh, has he cut that? No, he's got away with it. Going to Rascast, slowest corner. Pretty good, but he's bailed out of it, got in the pit lane, and that actually looks a reasonable lap.
Who was out there? Jensen, I think. He's invalidated his lap, actually. We'll go on with Chris. He's actually stopped. Matman on mediums. He's still on a valid lap coming into Sector 3. A few people struggling then on their first lap. Matman just clips the wall, but he won't have damage from it.
Oh, he's wide out of Raskas, though. That was really aggressive through there as he goes through the final corner onto the main straight. DRS wide open, and it will be a 1 minute 11.1 as the first lap on the board.
Gentex on softs has finished a 1:10.9.
No. Sean Larry, that's not a proper lap. That's just a sighter. As Kristaps goes at 1:11.5, Cameron's done a 1:17.2, so that's not a proper lap. Macho goes straight into the 1 minute 9s, and that's a proper lap. 1 minute 9.0. Wow.
That's from Tom. That's a very quick lap. Jensen's clipped the wall, so he probably won't. He might finish this lap, but it will cost him a good lot of time. We'll flick on with Med TC as well. I think he's just pulled over actually.
Yeah, he has. Johnson's gone in. Pelly's on an out lap.
Adam's coming into
Adam, that's going to be invalidated. Yeah, quite a lot.
Gillett is coming into the last corner. see what he can do. He's one of the reserves, I think, tonight.
He's going to be 110 or 195. Good lap.
It's only half a second off Tom there. He's put himself second at the moment. You see how David's getting on as well. He's on a valid lap. These new
Got
guys,
a little bit of traffic ahead though. 2 Red Bulls as it comes through towards Tabac. One's pulled out. The other one's heading towards the swimming pool. Hopefully going to keep that clear. It's one thing you're always going to struggle with is traffic at Monaco because it's just impossible to get out of the way. But that's nice through the swimming pool section as we head towards Raf Cat.
Wow. Cameron's just
nice
done a 109.1 on his medium compound.
As we follow David through the final corner, DRS open, hits the line, it's a 111.3. And when Cameron has real brakes, look what he can do, Dad.
A 109.1 on mediums, that's some going, that is.
That's sickeningly quick, is what I'm going to call that.
Med TC's on not a bad lap, actually. Oh, well, time completely changed, I thought it was. 52.1, he's going at the same pace as I think Rude was. He's just clipped the wall, actually. It might be okay. Not like that.
Sean Larry's going on another lap, I think. Oh, he's nearly lost it. Went out of the swimming pool.
Actually.
Has he now backed out of it completely? No, he's going to finish off the lap, I think.
I think a couple of
he's backed out of it.
Practice.
He's gone down to a 112.2, yeah.
Stays where he is. He's still just behind anyway. We'll go on with Pelly, see what he can do. He's coming in sector 3 as well. 52.8, so he's right on the front 5. Jntex there's a very good lap from him. He's done a 110.9 and put himself 5th. That's on a soft compound as well. Rude's just not gone faster.
Pelly
right up there as well.
Coming towards the line. It's going to be a 111.8.
Let me try and get these out. Why?
Unless the times start to tumble, Cameron might just call that a day, you know, on a 191 on mediums.
Cameron?
He's just stuck on a set of softs, unless he might just do a sighter on them, but he might be tempted just to call it a day unless he wants full track position. Because there's probably 6/10 at least on a Delta era, 6-7 probably.
I would think so, yeah. These are definitely going to be pushing a 108 something though, nearer the end of the quali.
I mean, it's going to be low 108s looking at it.
Yeah, it will.
If somebody really hooks up a lap.
Mr. Rage has just done a purple sector 2.
He's just hit the wall coming out of the swimming pool, but it looks like he's got away with it. Yeah, he's going to carry on towards the end.
Adam's going to come from the back and finish at the back. Brilliant.
And Rage goes a 110.2 on medium, so that's not a bad lap at all.
Not bad. He's put himself 5th. We'll see how Chris is getting on. He's coming into the last sector. He's done a 51.6 through sectors 1 and 2, which is good.
Car slightly in the way. Jensen actually might get in his way if he's not careful. He's gone out of the way.
Which isn't too bad.
Fisico's retired. Has he crashed on track? I think he has.
Chris has just done a 197 on a medium compound, so that's very... Clarkie's just done a 109.6 on a medium. He was following Chris right behind, so that's helped him as well do a good lap there. Chris Dapps has done a 111.5. Jensen's done a 116.3. I think he's struggling a bit here, you know.
Connor's on a lap on softs. Currently the only man... Well, he's the only man on an out lap that hasn't done time. 3 cars in his way.
How many cars pulling over? It's brilliant.
Nice to get out of the way. Though Chris is going to be in the way possibly out of Lowe's hairpin.
We'll see Connor's sector 2 delta time as well.
That looked nice through there. He's carried a lot of speed. Chris is actually going to give him a little bit of a tow down here. In towards the Nouvelle chicane after the tunnel. But is he now going to get in the way? No, he's backed out nicely. Oh, has he cut that? Yeah, he has. He's cut that corner. It's so easy to cut that chicane because if you're always scared of going too far left, bouncing off the wall, so you invariably want to go to the inside of that corner.
Med TC's on the lap here. He's put softs on. He's we'll check his sector time as well. He hasn't put up a lap yet. Tom has come back out. Cameron is on a soft lap as well. Physico didn't crash. He retired because it's Monaco and he wants to start at the back. All I can hear is someone drinking. That might be Rob.
There's me just drinking my tea.
Oh, MedTC's just clipped the wall coming out of there as well, so I think he's going to box again. Try and catch some of these faster guys at the front who are on their second lap. Cameron's just in front of his teammate, actually. I think he's not on his lap. Adam can jump in comms box and 8, brilliant. I think they're both going on to a lap here. Young Rob is a thirsty boy. Tom's on a lap. We'll stick with him. He did a very, very good first lap as well. There he goes
we're
again.
Purple first sector as well. Through the tunnel, he's got a little bit of traffic ahead, but hopefully they'll be far enough away as he comes out the tunnel. He's done the same. Another one doing exactly the same. Cutting too far inside at that chicane. Oh, and he's then bounced off the wall at the back violently. Look, he's got away with that, actually.
Rage has just moved up a bit there. He's done a 195 on a medium, and Jensen's done a 194 on a medium compound. Both their third lap, though, so...
Is Cameron on a lap? I think he is. He's got round the chicane.
I think he's up as well. He's up by a tenth and a half. At the moment, that will see him move into first place. He's
hit the wall out. 5 people have done that now, I think.
Rude Gillett's just done a 108.9.
What's Cameron going to put up as he comes out the final corner?
It's going to be a
108.8. Didn't find as much time as I thought he would, though, on that soft tyre.
No, but he did clip the wall, though, in last sector. So
he did, this is true.
That could be another 3 tenths there for him, at least. Jensen, I don't know what Jensen's doing. He's just doing a bit of practice, I think. Who hasn't done a lap? Who's on one? Charlie's on one. I think he might actually be on the lap now. Chat's vile. Charlie's not doing too bad anyway. His sector time was a 52.4, but I think he didn't do any practice, so I think he'll be happy wherever he starts here. And if he finishes, I think he'll be even more happy, so he's looking at a 111, 110.5 there. He's put himself 10th, which isn't too bad on a medium, actually.
I think we've got Mataman on a lap as well.
And David Chu is on a lap. They're just in front of each other, so I'll stick on Mataman for now. He's up. He's actually down by half a tenth. He'll need to improve by at least 3 tenths if he wants to break into that top 10.
Let's see if he can manage to make the Nouvelle chicane without cutting the corner. Oh no, he's bounced off the wall instead, and that's what I mean. You go too far at the inside and hit the wall, or you cut it the other way. It's such a difficult corner to get right.
We'll see how... Davey's done the same, but he's actually writ his wheel off, so...
And that chicane is claiming quite a few people so far.
Yeah.
If we get that sort of attrition rate in the race, there's not going to be many people left at the end of this.
No, he turned in. But yeah, turned in a little bit too early.
It's that corner. It's just so dangerous. It's a downhill braking zone out of the fastest part of the track, and it's a tight entry. And if you don't get it right, you can lose so much time. So you can see why people are getting it wrong.
Connor's done a 108.7 on a medium. Oh, that's unreal. He's run out of fuel. I think that's why he didn't have any fuel in the car. But that's fast, especially on a medium compound.
Yeah, that's
Chris is
very fast.
2 tenths here, so he can move himself at least up to 7th or 6th here. On a medium compound, if he can slip in front of Jensen, that would be quite good. Get himself up into that top 6. He's done a 109.4, he's just slipped in behind, so he's 7th at the moment. He may get another lap out of that as well. Macho looks like he's clipped the wall actually at turn 1. We'll stick on with Tom, who's up by half a tenth. He needs to find at least a tenth and a half if he wants to move up at least a place.
Charlie's called it done for the session in 11th. as Tom goes through to back and on into the swimming pool section with apparently a purple middle sector, so he's found quite a bit of time there. As he comes into the last couple of corners of Raskas and Anthony Nogues will be next up, and it'll be DRS to the line. Oh, back end really slipping out as he gets to the last corner. He's made it okay. How much time is he going to find? 1:08.5. Wow.
Whoa.
That is a really good lap. That's laid down a marker for the last 3 minutes.
Macho's on an invalidated lap, so he won't improve. Chris possibly might be going again. No, he's not.
Cameron is about to start a lap. Yeah, he's just gone onto the first corner now. Has he cut the inside? Unlucky.
We'll stick on with Med. He hasn't actually cut that. He's not this isn't a lap either from him, so I think he's going to get one chance with 2.5 minutes left. Connor's on an invalidated lap. Cameron is. Rude's on an out lap. Jensen is on a lap now. He's up by almost a tenth going through the first sector. But he is on 3 lap up. Connor's retired from the session. I think he'll be happy on a medium compound in second there. It's a very fast lap from him.
I think he's actually... Has he crashed on track looking at his dot there?
Oh, Jensen has a big wobble coming out the swim section.
Jensen must be comfortable with tyre area to have done that amount of laps on his mediums, but he's backed out of this totally now.
Yeah, he has. See if anyone's doing another one. Not at the front 3 anyway. MedTC is up by 3.2 seconds. He needs to
Is Cameron going to come round and do a lap? He invalidated the one he was on, or is he going to box? No, he's going to try and go again, so Cameron's about to start his final attempt at qualifying. This time he's made it through Sandoval cleanly. A little bit of a slide towards the wall, but he's fine as he goes up the hill towards Massenet. Nice and tidy through Massenet around Casino Square. A little bit squirrely, but he's fine over the bump. And round down towards Mirabeau. Nice and tidy through there. Onto the hairpin. Nice tight apex through there. It's looking a decent lap list so far. I mean, I'm not quite sure if he's up on his split, but it's looking a good, solid lap list. Coming down to the part of the track that's caught out half a dozen drivers so far. How's he going to cope with it? Downhill braking, catches it nice, gets away. We've probably caught him actually, Kane, if I'm honest. So going round to back, nice and tight to the wall on the outside. Lovely line through the swimming pool. He's really hooked that up through there.
Up by 2 tenths.
That's real commitment through there. Through Raskas, nice. Early on the power. Easy through Anthony Nogues and DRS open. I know, just a simple drive to the line, and it will be a 1:08.5. He goes pole.
And Tom's just taking it off him.
Oh wow, 1:08.3. I said we'd get to the low 108s by the end.
Some of these
can anybody challenge that? Is there anybody left?
Who's coming into the last sectors? Is Med one of them? No, he's pitting.
Jensen's I think just doing laps now on his mediums at this point.
Who's the Ferrari? Is that
Macho has just started a lap. He's turned 4. Macho's on a lap. He's fine.
He's on a lap.
Just coming through the hairpin now, midway through sector 2, nice and tidy through there. So he'll drop down the hill in towards Portier, then on into the tunnel. Nicely through there.
He'll want to push himself, I think, up onto the front row here.
Yep, let's see how deals with the chicane, nice and tidy through there. He's cut the corner though. Another one. There's at least 12 laps been ruined there.
Clarkey, there's a few cars in front of him actually. I think Jensen is one of them. He's not on a lap. None of these coming through the end is
Clarkey is on a lap.
He's up by a tenth. This could move him up into that top 8 if he can.
He's cut the corner. He's cut the corner, and
Tom's. Oh no, hold on. Macho, I believe, has been given a 5-place grid penalty for hitting Tom.
Oh, missed that one.
I think Chris Dapps is coming in the pit, so he's finished his lap. No one else is on a lap. Everyone's finished. I will just check that actually.
I'm just checking myself. Yeah, grid penalty, Macho for a collision with Tom. Yeah.
Yeah. So Macho will actually start 11th. Clarkey is in the top 10, so he'll be 9th. Kristaps will get a choice of fresh tyres, even though he'll be 10th. So that's not a bad little display from Kristaps, actually. He's put himself up there. I think he's shown some pace in OTL this season as well. But they are some fast times though from the front guys, even on mediums. From Cameron, Tom's done a 108.3 on soft. He's first. Cameron's second. Connor will be third. Rude Gillett is fourth. Jensen is fifth. Macho is sixth. OTL Island 7th, Mr. Rage in 8th, MedTC is in 9th, Clarkey in 10th, Kristaps 11th, OTL Chubby Slug is 12th, JN Texas 13th, Charlie is 14th, and OTL Dixie Enormous is 15th, David Enchu is 16th, Pelly is 17th, Lewis is 18th, Sean Larry is 19th, and Physico didn't put up a time, he is 20th. So yeah, it's a very good place from Kristaps there. He'll be 10th when he's be able to choose his tyre. Do you think many will try and one-stop this, Rob?
One-stop's doable, definitely.
Yeah. I think if they're winged,
it's so easy to defend on this track that older tyres doesn't hurt you as much as you think it will. Yes, you'll be slow, but you can just sit in the middle of the road and people are going to struggle to get past you. And I've now managed to rejoin the session, having had a slight technical glitch.
Oh, I did not know that you'd left.
Yeah, my cable decided it wasn't connected again just momentarily, which nearly cost me on Monday.
Oh yeah, you've had issues with that.
It just occasionally decides it's had enough of life.
You're lucky I binned it then. I sent you an invite back. It's probably one of the worst tracks I drive is this. Especially on a pad, it's not very easy.
It's one of the worst tracks anybody drives, let's be honest.
Make sure everyone I think we'll look at tyres for now. A lot actually got on mediums in that top 10. Apart from 3 of the front 4, and Macho, who started 11th. Oh, he had to start on softs, didn't he? Oh wow. Macho will.
Lewis has been disqualified.
I was going to say Macho because he lost that 5 place grid penalty.
Yeah, so he'll have to start on the tyres he qualified on because he was classified in the top 10.
Yeah, Chiv, well done, Chiv. He noticed Kristaps' pace this season was greatly improved from what we saw last.
Yeah, I know. I was saying that to Chris on Monday night, actually.
We will keep that up. We don't need that. We will go with position change. So anyway, only Tom, Cameron and Rude back in 4th is on the softs, and Macho in 11th. Everyone else has chosen the mediums, apart from Sean Larry, who's put the hards on back in 19th. We will definitely keep an eye out for Adam, because we know he loves this track back in 15th.
Important for the front 3 that's on softs that they've got to get away clean and stay in front of the medium tyre runners. If they get behind the medium tyre runners, their strategy is dead in the water pretty quickly.
Yeah. They've
got to get out. They've got to get out ahead and disappear for first half a dozen laps just to get a gap and control it from there. If they get behind these guys that are on mediums, it can be a long evening.
We will hopefully get a better camera than this. I'll put it on this rather than on there. I might be able to see, possibly. It's not easy in Monaco because it's round the corner.
Yeah, I'm going to sit on board with Cameron just so we've got sight of the front.
3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're away. And it looked like Tom got a good set there, and so did Rude. I don't know if
Rude and Connor came together. That's what happened there.
We'll go to the back. There's a yellow flag straight away. I think Rude and Connor, they came
Rude and Connor came together. But Clarkey's made up 5 positions.
Clarkey has made up 5. He had a brilliant start there. He's up in fourth. Everyone's going too wide, obviously, for the first couple of laps here. They will. Tom and Cameron have already moved out by 2 seconds over Connor. I don't know if Connor's got any damage from that.
So I'm just trying to look at now, if I'm honest.
He's got Clarky right behind him. He must have shot in front of Jensen, Chris, and Mr. Rage.
No visible damage on Connor's car. He seems okay, I think.
I think he's right. The front two have completely
we've got a yellow flag at... Macho's had an incident at the Nouvelle Chicane.
So
he's just got back going.
Adam's right at the back, so he's had an issue into turn one. Hopefully he doesn't need to box. Cameron's just following Tom through here, though. They've already pulled another second and a half off Connor.
Does he have damage? I mean, he's lost 4 seconds in a lap.
I'm not sure, but he's got Clarky and Jensen right behind him. Clarky's had a brilliant start. You can go medium to hard here.
F. Lewis has had an issue, has he? No, it's just somebody in the pit lane.
Someone was in the pit lane, yes.
The interesting thing for this, though, now is... Oh, wow, Jensen's gone around the outside of Casino, got around Clarky. Wow, that was a great move.
I missed it on the stream, but I caught the end of it. Clarky...
Interesting thing now is... Connor, if he's got damage or he's just struggling, he's really helping the front two because Jensen's going to find it difficult to get past easily, and the other two are just going to run away. I mean, they're gaining sort of 3/10 a sector by the looks of it at the minute. See what it is by the end of this one. Connor's might be starting to settle down a little bit. He's bridged the gap slightly on this lap as Mataman does Mataman things and picks up the first penalty of the race.
Within 2 laps.
Impressive, a lap and a half.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, so Connor's not... He's not lost as much time on this lap at all.
I don't think he's lost that much at all. Very tight to the wall. You can see him and Jensen are very, very tight to that wall.
Charlie's in the pit lane. He's going back onto mediums. I needs a new front wing, so he's had to stop.
Yes, he does. Adam might be able to come back out in front of him. Rude had to pit. I don't know if he had to pit again. Oh, no, he hasn't had to pit again, sorry.
It's going to be interesting to see what Jensen can do now, because for his race, he really probably needs to clear Connor.
Yeah, he does. I think Connor might have slight light wing damage here, like Green, because he's not losing massive a time, but he's never usually...
unless the first lap incident just unsettled him and he just had a sort of an off lap, because the gap isn't going up that much now. It's sort of gone up by 1/10. In fact, he's now pulled it straight back down. So he seems to be settling back into it now. It might have just been the first lap.
Cameron, I think, has just clipped a wall coming out of that the corners before the pit. I don't know.
That would be Raskas, Paul.
Raskas, there you go. Tom is just doing fast lap after faster lap, but Cameron's sticking with him within that second.
And he's now got DRS just to help pull him along. Connor's had to pit. Yeah, he's gone for a new wing and he's gone for hards.
So he'll be going to the end, I presume.
Yeah, that's a long old race from there though now.
Well, at least the good thing is though, round here, at least when people are half battling, you can gain so much time.
You can, but unfortunately, once you catch them, you can end up stuck for a while, which can, although it can just become frustrating more than anything that you're just not going anywhere.
In fact, I think they've both did that. Oh, Connor and Macho got in front of Charlie, so that's definitely helped their race.
So let's see what Jensen can do now. He's in clear air. He's currently 4.7 behind, or 4. Yeah, it's 4.5 now behind Cameron. And there goes Mataman with another penalty.
That's another 2 laps. I mean, where is he? He's back in 9th. He's keeping up with Kristaps. Kristaps might be holding him up slightly, but they're losing time to Med TC there. Mr. Rage has done quite well. He's up by 1. A few of these drivers are up by 1. They lost out to Clarky, but then they made up through Connor and Rude's...
Quietly, David and Cho and Pelly have had a decent start. They're up 6 places, probably more based on people pitting, but they're up 6 places. Fisico's now up 8.
Yeah, he just moved up the inside of Sean Larry there. It was quite a good move into turn 1. They got JN Tex on the back of them. Is anyone close? Just Cameron's just sitting behind Tom here.
It's all you can do at this track.
Yeah, I do think that Kristaps might be slightly holding up Matman here, but he just can't get past. We'll see how Chris is getting on with Clarkey. He's within 8/10, but you're not close enough unless you're literally side by side here, are you?
Is Matman going to try it into the chicane? No, Rage picks up a time penalty.
Oh, Mr. Rage picked one up. He's following Chris through. He's trying to keep up with Chris though. He's only a second behind. Is Cameron going to be close enough here? He's got DRS. Going up the straight.
Oh, Connor's not in the session, I believe.
I just saw an... Yeah, he's got an extra above his name. Can you send him the invite?
I don't have him on PSN, unfortunately.
I shall do it quickly. Played together, Connor. There we go.
His camera's now right up the back of Tom. He's much, much closer.
He might be able to make a move down through the tunnel here if he can get a good
He's
exit.
brave to do that, though. Portier, he's not in it. He's not even close enough.
No,
You've got to be, literally got to be bumper to bumper to do that into the chicane end of tunnel.
I don't think it'll unsettle him anyway because there's still a long way to go.
Long way to go.
And they've already pulled a 3.6 second. Oh, actually,
Jensen's pulling that down a lot.
He brought that down by 7/10 within the last 2 laps, so he's on a bit of a charge. He's already pulled 2 seconds off Clarkey. Chris
is now being held up, is he?
I'm not sure. I think he's I think he's all right actually. He might be getting held up, but I think it might help him, you know, just keep away from a few penalties by trying to push too hard. He has got Mr. Rage right behind him, but he's got a 3-second time penalty. I don't know if Med's slightly.
Oh, I've just been on board with Batman as he picks up another penalty within 2 laps. At this rate, he will be disqualified by lap 20.
He actually, I think he is being held up by quite a lot because David and Choose actually caught up to the DRS. I know DRS isn't much around here, but he's within that second gap now as well.
What's Adam up to? 16th, running on his mediums as he... Let's have a look actually who's had to make a pit stop so far. So Adam hasn't pitted, no. We've got Macho, Gullit, Charlie and Connor's made 2 stops, so I think that's because he's been out the session where he's made a second stop.
I don't think he's here because his car's still ghosted, so...
Okay, Jensen's now down to 2.9 on the lead, on Cameron ahead of him.
I wonder how their tyres are going, because I would think they'd do more than they should, but... They're not exactly pulling away, are they?
No, because the medium tyre's going to be the better tyre by this point, probably 8 laps in. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. That's a Red Bull that's had an incident, is it? Pelly's had an incident. Yeah, Pelly's going into the pit lane. I think he's had a spin at Raskas.
He might not have a wing here.
No, he's missing the end plate. Yeah, he's missing the end plate.
On as well, so he's going to do another stop after this one.
Give it another 2 laps and Jensen's going to be right on the leaders.
Yes, he is. He's only 2.4. He's got Connor in front of him ghosted as well, which will give him a bit of DRS. So
it's whether the leaders have got a gap they can box, so they need to start... I mean, it's probably 4 or 5 laps away yet before they're going to want to stop, but they need to start thinking about where they're going to come out. Because if they come out in traffic, that could kill their race.
What's a pit stop here? Clarkey's just moved in front of Chris. I think Chris has had an issue. He is in the wall round.
Clarkey picked up a penalty at the same time. Was there an incident? I'm not sure. I didn't catch it.
Possibly. Chris was definitely round though. I don't know if Clarkey...
Yeah, Clarkey picked up a penalty at the same time, but I don't know if the 2 are related, but I know they were close.
The thing is, on that corner, if you go... Oh, Jensen's lost a bit of time there. He almost had a little wobble going into that first corner as well. How long is a pit stop here? About 20?
I'd say it's a slow pit lane. That's what makes it deceiving. It's quite a short pit lane, but I'd say it's around 21, 22 off the top of my head. But I'm not 100% certain.
So these guys are going to be coming out around 11th, 12th at the moment. Macho just picked up his first time penalty.
It's a 37-mile-an-hour speed limit. It's the slowest speed limit on the whole calendar in this pit lane because it's no wider than a shopping lane. Oh, Tom's had a bit of a lock-up into the chicane, but he's got away with it. Yeah, Jensen's now down to 2.1. Clarkey picks up another penalty.
I think he's on 9 now.
I shall have a quick look for you. And no, he's on 6.
He's on 6. That's okay.
Mataman's the only one on 9, but he is due another penalty in about 3 corners' time.
Yeah, every 2-3 laps.
Every 2 laps, we'll like to add another few seconds.
Jameson's has taken 8/10 out of that.
Oh, Chris has now picked up a penalty, so he's now on to 3 seconds. As Pelly's now. Pelly not in the session, he's ghosting, or is he just ghosting because he's being lapped at this point? That's the second time Pelly's been in the pits, I think.
We'll go to Tom, actually.
Yeah, Pelly's been in the... Oh, he's hit the wall. Yeah, he's just hit the wall again.
Oh, a couple of people have pit there. Chris is boxed. He must have had wing damage, obviously, from that spin. He's put softs on.
Oh, Sean Larry's in the pit, so he must have had an issue. Yeah, he's going in for a new wing. Chris has gone in and coming back out.
Soft tyres are starting to go off. Yes, David. Jensen's just taken another 8/10 out of the last 2 sectors. So
yeah, another two laps, and the leaders are going to want to get off these tyres. The fact that other people have had to pit for wings is going to start to play into their hands, actually, because there's just the gaps are starting to open up for them just to box and not be in as much traffic.
Rude's on medium, so all these guys will have to stop again, or who have.
Pelly's now got a 10-second penalty for probably missing the chicane at the end of the tunnel, I would guess, and now another time penalty.
I think he may go into the pit actually and retire.
So if we're looking at the leaders, I think they're going to come out in 10th, 9. Well, between 9 and 11, somewhere in there. Because when you take them 2 out, everybody jumps up a place.
Physico is 17.5 seconds behind Tom.
Yeah, so they're gonna come out behind them, Physico.
Jensen's right in the back of these now as well, so I think he'll want to get past these as quickly as possible. If they don't box in the next 2-3 laps, he won't want Clarkey to get close to him because he's made a big gap there, 4 seconds. Even though Clarkey and Rage both have time penalties, Med TC's not done too bad actually since he started. I think he's up by quite a few as well. He's up by 2 actually. Physico's up by 10. He started at the back, didn't he? Clarkey's still doing alright. He's up by 5. Clarkey's just took 9/10 out of Jensen in the last sector.
Yeah, he's just getting massively held up now at this point by the 2 leaders.
He won't be able to get past here either because I don't think he'll have...
No, because Cameron's got DRS as well, so it's Clarkey. Clarkey has boxed.
Clarkey's boxed.
And he was on the mediums. Is he going to go to hards to the end from here? They've got a new wing for him. It looks like he's had an incident.
So he should put on hards here.
He's gone to mediums.
Has he gone to mediums? So he'll have to stop. He'll probably thinking softs at the end if there's a safety car. I also wonder if some of these have under-fueled by accident. MedTC's fuel light's on yellow as well. We'll flick through people just to check. You've also got Macho's is on yellow as well. I think they're the only 2.
My only issue with boxing for mediums again there is you're reliant on a safety car then. At least if you put the hards on, he could go to the end or he can jump in the pits if a safety car comes. Now he's pushed himself into a position of he has to stop regardless, which at Monaco isn't ideal. You want to spend as little time as possible in the pit lane at Monaco.
Yeah, you do. As Rage is taking a 1.5 seconds this lap out of Jensen. He's now 2.4, and they've both boxed. Both Tom and Cameron have boxed. So that releases Jensen. He'll want to try and... Mr. Rage, is he... Oh no, he's got Connor right in front of him, I forget. Connor's been lapped. He'll want to try and push this gap on now, Jensen will. We'll see where these guys come out. Was Tom in front of Cameron, wasn't he? Tom's... Yeah, they are. They're going
to come out behind Physico, exactly where we said they would.
Yeah, because...
That's played out as...
Few in front box, didn't they?
It's played out as expected.
On. And Cameron's put mediums on. So
yeah, that's the strategy to the end. Soft to mediums, it'll do it. I did it on Monday. Lap 12 till lap 39, he'll do it easily.
26 laps.
They'll get slow by the end, but it won't matter. It's all about track position, but they're close to physical than what I thought they were going to be actually, which is now going to hold them both up.
Yeah, he's only 2.2 in front of them.
He's not. He's at 8/10.
I'm on the... Oh yeah, he's only 6/10 behind him. I've just seen that. That was the gap to David in front. So they will want to get past Physico as soon as they can.
Yeah, because now they're losing. This is where Jensen's race now comes to him because he's bridging them all the time.
Yeah, and he's just put a second on Mr. Rage there this last lap. So
this is now a race of, does Tom get past Physico? If not, does Jensen then bridge them?
Tom's very close here. Tom's
going for it up the inside. Yeah, he's gone up into Sandoval and he's got that done nice and cleanly actually before he even made it into the corner.
Try and push. Cameron's going to go past. Physico's just given the space.
I think Physico's yielded on that one, knowing they're not really his race and there's no point fighting and losing time.
No, there isn't.
He's intelligent driving on his behalf, really, because if the longer he fights, the more time he loses himself.
Yes.
And if he can stick with him a couple of laps, he can grab a bit of DRS, maybe just drag himself along a little bit.
Yeah, he'll pull himself up to David. He's only 1.6 seconds up the road from those two. MedTC's just picked up a 3-second time penalty there as well.
Which are beginning to rack up now. Let's have a look at some penalties. So we've got 3 for Rage, 3 for MedTC, 3 for Kristaps, 12 for Matamani, and didn't let us down with his next one. 3 for Tom's, picked up a time penalty just as we speak. That could become crucial later on. Physico 3, Clarky 6, Chris 3, Charlie 3, Sean Larry 6, Macho 3, and Rude Hullet 6.
Charlie and Tom and Cameron are right behind David Show here as well. I think Tom will make a move. He's gone up the inside again.
He's done that quite comfortably.
I don't think Cameron will be able to get...
Oh, he will.
He's going to try and go...
He got a great drive out of Sandoval. Wow, that's a great move.
Wow.
That's the fearlessness of being 10, or whatever he is.
12, 13. Brilliant. What a move that was. Up the hill. That's brave.
I'm too old to do things like that. My reactions don't work fast enough.
I don't know if Chubby Slag just hit the wall there. He was a bit wide on the exit. He's now costing
Chubby,
Tom.
Slug, Paul. Slug.
Slug. We'll get that right.
But Tom's going to easily have him into the move chicane, I think. Yeah, that's an easy move done. That was... telegraphed that one from far enough back, but now Cameron needs to get through. Cameron has to get through. This is crucial for him. Man, he's really struggling. Into the swimming pool. That's risky. Cameron, that's not going to work there, mate. That's not going to work there. That's not going to work there. That was a little bit overzealous. That's not the place for an overtake on this track.
I don't think he got any wing damage from it, but he has cost him 2 seconds. Tom's going to try and go around the outside of Kristaps here in the turn 1. He makes that move pretty well. Tom's now going to push on. I think that was a bit slightly aggressive. Yeah, I think it was.
It was desperation to get the move done more than anything. He knew it was crucial, and he's just gone for a move that's probably not the right place on this track.
But he's just no.
But unfortunately, your options are so limited on this track. You end up trying something that you wouldn't 9 times out of 10 ever try because you're limited on what you can do.
He's right behind Kristaps again. He's behind Kristaps now. He's got that gap down.
I mean, as much as this track is the money maker, it's the big draw for all the celebrities. It's not adequate for Formula 1 cars in this day and age. They're too big. They're too wide.
It just a 3-second time penalty.
Doesn't really work anymore. This track, to me, it needs modernising and widening quite significantly wherever possible. Kristaps has lost the back end coming out of the final corner. Cameron should get him. Yeah, he's going to stick on the ERS. He's going to have to go down the outside, though. Kristaps is not going to make it easy for him, but he should. Kristaps is. That was a little bit risky. Yeah, Kristaps moved towards the racing line. Cameron was already fully alongside him on that one.
I I think they're both.
Looks like they've both got away without damage, I think, as Ruhullit picks up another time penalty. Sean Larry has DNF. Did we notice that one, or has that just happened?
He must have just done that. I think that's in the pit as well, actually.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, there's no yellow flag anywhere, is there?
What happened this race? Basically, Tom and Cameron started on the softs. Who has to pit? I'll just show you. It's easier, guys. There you go. Tom and Cameron have both pit. Jensen still needs to pit. So does Mr. Rage, who has a 3-second time penalty. So does Med. So those three have to box. Kristaps still has to box. So does David and Chu. Clarkie's not in a bad place there. 8th at the moment. He has boxed. So he might go to the... he won't be going to the end, though, because he started on mediums and he has put mediums on. What
we have just both missed, actually, while there was a bit of action going on. Since Tom's got past Kristaps, he's now brought the gap down to Jensen to under 14 seconds, which means he will retain the lead when Jensen boxes now. At one point it was looking quite dicey when he was stuck in traffic, but he's now going to be inside Jensen's pit window quite comfortably at this point. And Cameron's working his way back down on that gap as well. He's probably going to be inside his pit window as well now at 17.6.
He is losing a bit of time to Tom, but Connor, as you can see, I forgot who asked, Stephen or Mike, but Connor left the session. He had contact with Rude Gillett at the start on turn 1. It was just tight, but I don't think there was any issue with it. Clarkie's got past David there on that fresher compound. He'll want to now push up to Kristaps. Clarkie's doing quite well here. He's trying to follow through with Cameron and Tom, but he does have to stop again. That's the only issue.
Yeah, he's relying on something happening now for his strategy to work out, really. Med TC running in third. His fuel light is still on yellow. I think that might become an issue for him later on, unless we get a safety car, or he can start doing some fuel saving.
Yeah, a couple of what was it? Just Med. There was 2 of them, wasn't there? It was Med and...
It's Macho, I think, is the second one. No, Connor's fuel light's on, but Connor's not here.
Clarkie might have a little bit of damage here. What's the blue square?
That's for a lapped car.
Clarkie's not lapped. Surely. No, he's not.
Oh, do we have a yellow flag somewhere? Sector 2. Cameron's just had an incident. Yeah, I don't know.
He's lost a good chunk of time. I don't know if he's got wing damage.
He's lost 3 seconds. Oh, he does. Yeah, well, that's sliding all over the place unless the tyres are just heat. Unless that's just tyre heat from having a spin. But let's see. There's another yellow flag. The Haas is round.
He has carried on going.
Macho is back moving again. Yeah, he did go round, so that's going to drop him to the back of the field, unfortunately. Jensen now lays by 6.5 seconds from Rage. Tom's now well inside Jensen's pit window. He's taking a lot of time out of Jensen, actually. He's catching sort of 2 or 3 seconds a lap.
He's almost on the back of Med here as well.
Jensen's actually going to come out quite a long way behind at this point. This is not playing out as I thought it would, if I'm honest.
Chris isn't even in a bad position there back in 10th. He has stopped. He's on soft, so he will have to stop again.
He'll have to stop again. They'll not make it to the end. He's been on them for quite a few laps now, if I remember rightly.
He has caught right back up though.
Yeah, he's been on them. He's been on them tyres for 10 laps, so he's definitely boxing again. They'll not do another 90.
Hello from the beer garden at Rascas, everyone.
And
good evening, David's friend.
He's joined us in the comms box. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good.
Tom's got past Med there. Oh, and he might have clipped the wall actually going up the hill. I'm not too sure. There's a yellow flag.
Got a yellow flag somewhere near the chicane. I think that's F. Lewis round.
I think it
Clarkie pits. Tom seems to have this under control now.
Yeah, he does quite considerably, actually.
What's a pit stop here?
I want to say 23, but we think between 21 and 23 somewhere.
So as long as Jensen comes out behind Cameron, Tom's got quite a nice little gap now.
Yeah, he's controlling this race extremely well. Jensen didn't have the pace I thought he would when he got clear of the front two when they boxed for their mediums.
Jensen's got a 28-second gap to Chris Stapps back in 6th. So he'll definitely come out behind Cameron.
It's Cameron he needs to jump. If he can gain a few more seconds on Cameron, he should have a clear run once MedTC pits at Tom with a lot fresher tyres. If he's stuck behind Cameron for a few laps trying to overtake him, and we all know how difficult Monaco is for overtaking, he'll struggle to get anywhere near Tom towards the end, I think.
Ooh, Jensen
based on
almost
Tom's
lost
pace.
it. Almost lost it going out the second corner.
Oh, we've got a yellow somewhere.
We have got yellow.
That's
Lewis again.
Nouvelle chicane.
Lewis has had another issue there. A few people got past him.
I think that's a glitch.
Potentially.
Yeah, it could be.
I think going forward there will be a yellow flag at that part of the track.
Ooh.
The other thing we do have to watch is we've already got 2 people with a warning light for fuel at this point.
MedTC one.
Yeah, and Macho is the other.
Macho
and there's the well-known safety car glitch here in that it doesn't come out.
MedTC's just picked up a time penalty as well, up in 4th. He has got a stop, but I think he might be...
Cameron's really turning on the pace. He's now at that gap down to Jensen to 17. It was 20 a few laps ago. So he's now going to be well inside Jensen's pit window.
Jensen had a scruffy lap.
Yeah, he did. He had a bit of a scruffy lap halfway through sector 2. Through sector 1 he lost.
Oh, we've got an Alpine and a Ferrari round JN Tex and the ex-Chelsea manager Ruud Gullit.
And he doesn't have a front wing now at this point.
That's going to help
Contact
Adam.
at Portier, that was.
Adam's going to be able to get past these guys as well. They'll have to box. Chris is now up to... Chris is boxed now. He's had to box.
Oh, Ruud Gullit's very, very slow.
What time?
Yeah, I think he's keeping out the way. He's... Yeah, mediums to the end.
Yep. Chubby Slug gets back past.
What lap do we think Jensen will pit?
16. That's a guess. That was a total guess.
Oh, what we've left? 16 left.
Oh, we've got a Merc in the wall. Is that Adam? Yes, that's Adam on the start finish straight, unfortunately.
Will he have to do a whole lap without a bit of insight here?
That's painful. Oh, that is painful around here.
Yeah, that's sliding everywhere. Oh, dear.
Yeah, he's going to struggle to get around this lap, but good effort by him anyway.
Cameron's still bringing that gap down, actually.
Tom is right behind Mr. Age. In fact, he's going to go past him.
He's gone round him.
Yeah, he's gone round him.
He's gone in to stand him up.
This race is over if he carries on, is it not? I mean, quite easily over.
I mean, he does have that 3-second penalty, but I can't see...
But Jensen's going to be 14 seconds behind, roughly, when he comes out of the pits.
Yeah, and Jensen needs to get past Cameron as well, which is easier said than done.
Cameron is closing that gap. Well, he's closing that gap to Med, but where's the gap?
Oh, we've got another yellow.
That's Adam again in the tunnel. I think he's just slow through the tunnel, just keep out of the way.
JN actually, just after the swimming pool, JN has gone round, so he must have clipped that curb and gone round. He's going to have to box again. Adam's just picked up another 3-second time penalty. Charlie's going to box off of
Chris and the Astons going past... Got past F. Lewis somewhere in the Munster lap before Rascos as well.
Yeah, Chris is going to the end now, so he's on a charge to try and... A few of these are going to box in front of him still, and they're not exactly that far up the road. Up to 6th, I think Chris Stapps is 32 seconds, so he's got a 24-second
Oh,
gap.
Dixie's out. Adam's out. I think he's retired in the pits.
Yeah, just out in the pit lane.
I was thinking safety car there. Jensen would...
No, we've got another yellow actually, just out of the tunnel. Med's around.
Oh, Med
What's happened here?
No, Med's not around.
No, sorry, it was Cameron that got past Med.
It's Macho that's round at the end of the tunnel, is it? Because that's a Haas.
Macho's actually DNF'd as well, so he's dropped the car. Yeah, he's out. That hasn't caused a safety car or a virtual, which is good for the
Monaco all over for you.
Yep. Fastest lap at the moment is Rude on a 1:10.2, if anyone wanted to know.
Jensen doesn't pit soon. Tom's going to be on his diffuser.
Yeah, I think Jensen just looks like, unfortunately, he doesn't have the pace to compete with Tom. And Cameron's now going to be well clear of him. Jensen's going to have a mammoth second stint to get even second at this point, I think.
The soft tyres of this track are horrible. They just don't last either. Medium is much the better race tyre.
Is beer slang for straw? Oh god. Stephen, try to control yourself, buddy.
As Rude does the fastest lap on a 1:9.5. Rage has done 25 laps on his tyre, so he's going to be boxing probably the same time as Jensen, along with MedTC, Kristaps and David Cho and Physico. They'll probably all box soon, which will bring Chris potentially back up a couple of places.
Clarkie's in a good place there. He's on 4-lap-old softs going to the end, I believe, so he's in a good place there. I don't know how many penalties he's got though. He's got 9 seconds.
15 laps on them softs. They're going to feel pretty grim by the end though.
Oh,
yeah, myself and
hitting.
Chubby Slug tried it on Monday. I think we did about 15, 16 laps on soft, and they were completely dead at the end.
Physico's pit for soft. Is he going to come out? He's come out behind Chris. So that's going to put a little bit of pressure on Chris now here, I think, because he's got someone on fresh softs right behind him. Chubby Slug.
Pitted. He's also got 15 seconds worth of penalties.
Yeah, he
let me down. I predicted he might be disqualified by lap 20 with how he was going at one point.
After 2 laps he had 3, after 4 he had 6, and after
Black
7
flag.
he had
Mr.
9.
Age pits. Mr. Age is in the pits.
Oh, Mr. Rage is going to pit, so we'll see where he comes out.
That'll release Cameron as well.
He's going to come out ahead of Kristaps, or right around Kristaps by my
Should be.
maths.
Oh, he's changing his wing. He's changed his wing.
And he's put hard compound tyres on.
Oh, wow.
Wow, the game's not done that nicely for him, has it?
Didn't this happen to Mr. Rage at one race last week in Spain? I'm thinking.
I think so, yeah. I think the game's preset him a medium-hard strategy and he's not thought to change it, potentially.
Oh, I don't think he'll... I mean, he doesn't have to box here. He's got a big gap behind him, back to Clarkie, but it's going to cost him time.
He should just go to the end now.
He can go to the end.
Go to the end now.
He can
Kristaps is in, David Cho's in, so Chris is going to move up to 7th now.
That's what I mean. He's just got Physico behind him on that soft compound. I think Kristaps will be a further way back. Yeah, he is. I don't think he'll...
Oh, Rude helmet's out.
In the swimming pool. Jensen's in the pit lane.
Oh, Jensen's just boxed. That's a yellow flag in sector 3. I don't know if we're going to have a safety car from that.
Doesn't look like it. 4 cars have gone past already. So the game's decided that that's a safe enough position to have a stopped Formula 1 car.
Ooh, Jensen was a bit... It was slow coming out of the box, and then there was an Alpha in front of him as well. So I wonder if that's costing him a bit of time.
Yeah, there is an Alpha in front of him. He will be ghosted. Or will he?
14... Yeah, he will be, yeah.
Yeah, he will.
14 seconds behind the leader now, Jensen.
He's got 7 to catch up for Cameron. We'll see how he...
This will be fun.
I mean, he might get second, but he can't win this race from here, surely.
Med's
There's just not enough room.
Come out behind Rage, but he is on that hard compound, which I think it won't ruin his race. Clarkie is 9 seconds behind him.
Can Jensen get within 3 seconds of Tom, do you think?
If Cameron
It
can
depends
take some
how
time
quick
out,
he moves Cameron. It depends how quick he gets past Cameron, doesn't it?
Yeah, if Cameron's taking a little bit of time out of Tom, but Jensen will need to get past Cameron here. I mean, he's taken a second out these first 2 sectors.
Yeah, he will do.
So he's definitely... He just needs to keep his wing out the wall and crack on.
So MedTC's pitted and come out in 5th, but he is on fuel watch, along with now Physico. He's also showing as low on fuel.
Well, that helps Chris out, who's in 7th there. Physico's got a 6-second penalty.
Yeah, is that why? Physico's now round out. He's hit the Nouvelle chicane wall. Another one that's done that tonight.
He picked up a penalty driving away as well, bless him.
I think he might have 3 seconds removed then. MedTC's gone in front of Rage.
MedTC's had that crowd.
There's contact with Rage and
MedTC.
MedTC. MedTC can't get going again.
Oh, it's the full lap.
Chris is going to...
That'll be a red wing by the looks of that Alpine.
Yeah, there's nothing left of that right now.
I can't see at the moment, but yeah.
Yeah, but look if he gets that to the end of this
Clarkey
lap.
going around, no, Clarkey's boxed, he's gone for softs. So this helps Mr.
Oh, wow! Oh, we've got a big
Med-TC's
accident. Med-TC's in the wall.
He went round
Yeah,
the
it's
top
got to be a
corner.
safety car, surely.
That has to be a safety car.
Apparently not.
No, Physico's just drove past. We'll see on Kristaps. Kristaps almost hit him. So did David Enshow. These two are very close for position, actually. I've missed that. Charlie's catching up behind him as well. David Enshow. Kristaps is up to 7th. He's having a very good race.
He's doing what needs to be done at Monaco. Keep it clean and just keep driving, and eventually it will come to you, as people have the issues that people will always have at this track.
I don't know if Mr. Rage has any... I think he's losing a bit of left end plate, actually.
Yeah, he's missing the total. Yeah, he's lost the front left end
He is
plate.
going to box. So this also helps Chris now. He moves up into 4th. After his spin earlier, he's having a very, very, very good comeback.
Jensen's not making the inroads on Cameron that I thought he would.
He's taking
about a second a lap, but I don't think it's quite enough.
Where's Mr. Rage going to come out? He's going to come out behind the battle.
Oh, Tom's got another penalty.
Oh,
Cameron can push on.
Jensen can now win this race. Jensen can now definitely win this race.
Yes, he can. There's only a 6.3 second gap to Cameron.
Oh, wow. Jensen was slightly untidy coming out of Rascastle.
Chris being 35 seconds behind, he's in a great place now because he's got Physico behind him on 9 seconds of penalties. He's only on 3 himself, so he's had a good race so far with 8 laps left. If he can he doesn't need to worry about his tyres because Physico's worrying about his fuel. Which means
Chris is going to have a lonely last 7 laps for Chris. He's just going to drive round.
Kristaps is going to finish 5th or 6th here. They're going to. I think him and David Denshow are both going to finish in front of Physico here. He's got 9 seconds.
Depends how and when Physico runs out of fuel at this point.
No, he's got 9 seconds of penalties as well. The others only have 3. Charlie
with a penalty. Yellow flag in sector 3. Clarkey's out.
Oh, we'll go to Lewis is quite a way back. Was that down at the
that was
Cameron's then? Yeah, he's put it in the wall on the left there at Razkaz. Jensen's taken another second out of Cameron there.
Charlie's in the pit lane.
Oh, Cameron's edging closer.
Yeah,
in some parts of the track.
Taking a couple of tenths out, but Jensen's on a mission here. He's taking another second out. David Enshew's very close to Kristaps here.
I wonder if he's going to make a move out the tunnel on Kristaps.
He won't be close enough like that, I don't think.
No, not quite.
No way. I think that Mr. Rage is going to be right behind these guys very soon as well, so he might even try and get past. We've only had 7 people DNF, but as far as the race has gone so far, it's been pretty good. Chubby's slow.
Telling you, safety cars just don't happen here.
No, they don't, and I think we should have had 2, to be fair.
Jensen will have DRS by the end of the next lap, I would say. He's down to 1.5 on Cameron now.
Tom's going to have DRS himself off Matt Mann's.
Yeah, he is.
Car seat. That's going to help him going up that hill. He's got... These guys are pretty
much... That gap 6 seconds. Bang on 6 seconds.
Yes, it is actually.
It's under 6.
Yeah, it is.
Cameron's winning currently.
Jensen's also taken...
it's going to be close, this.
Another 7-8 tenths out. It's going to be very close. Can David move on Kristaps again under the tunnel? This is for position as well, because these guys only have a
big lock-up for Tom into Mirabeau and then into the hairpin. He's clearly not using ABS, and them tyres are maybe looking a little bit worn at this point and starting to struggle for him a little bit.
He might have locked up, but he gained 2 tenths.
Oh, big accident for David Enshow on the New Welsh chicane.
Oh, he's lost out to Kristaps there, and Mr. Rage.
Yeah,
Mr. Rage has got past then.
He clipped the inside barrier as he was turning in. I was
people
just
want
on board with
Cameron
him.
to win, or Stephen wants Cameron to win here. Now Jensen's within that second. He's right up Cameron's back. That gap is under
I suppose
6
Tom's
seconds.
got to hope that Cameron and Jensen will really battle it out.
Yes. That's what he
This is second and third is kind of where the race win is now because they're getting within.
Yeah, that's a half a second. Tom's had a scruffy lap somewhere.
Yeah, he's lost.
Tom's
half
had a
second.
really scruffy lap.
He lost half a second there, so I don't know where Jensen can make his move though on this track.
Cameron's just got to keep his head cool and just think that he's going to struggle to pass me.
Yeah,
this is a bit like Monaco '92 and Senna hunting down Mansell with better tyres. This is going to be brilliant.
I mean, Jensen's softs are on the 6 laps old now, so another 2 laps and they're going to not feel amazing. But Cameron's mediums are 21 laps old, so it probably will balance out.
If they're fresh off, or if they were fresh, they'll at least do another 2. Then
He might have a go. He might have a go here into the swimming pool. Into Nouvelle Chicane. No, he's too far back. No, he's just too far back. Oh, but Cameron's had a big lock
he's going to have a better exit coming out.
No, Cameron
takes a brave man to go on the inside of Tabac though.
Cameron's
in the wall.
No, Jensen's in the wall.
Oh, sorry, yeah, of course. It's Jensen, it's the Aston. Has he got damage?
I don't know.
He's dropped out of the DRS range.
He might just have a bit of light green here.
Yeah, he's struggling to keep up now. Let's see when we're going to Sandoval how he gets around there.
He just took a 10th up that hill, so I think he's okay.
Yeah, he's looking alright actually.
Mr. Ray just got past Chris
there
as well. They're hunting. Oh, they're hunting down Physico. He has lost 18 seconds to Chris because of fuel. He's still trying to keep his fuel low. Mr. Rage and Chris Stats are going to get past him, I believe.
It doesn't appear to be working to his fuel light still on, let's just say that for now.
Yes, and with 3, 4, 5 laps.
Cameron's now 5.3. He might even get DRS off Mataman at the end of this lap, which will help him just drag along a little bit further. Jensen's back within DRS again now, so he clearly doesn't have damage.
Tom had a bad corner coming out that swimming pool as well. I don't know if they'll gain any time.
Mataman's got out of the way with blue flags. Yeah, Cameron's down to 5.2, 5.3. He just needs to stay as he is now. Jensen's got time.
Well,
Jensen's struggling. Jensen's really, really struggling.
He might have.
He's boxing.
Yeah.
He had to. Oh, I think.
Is that a puncture on the left? No.
No, just weird physics.
He's going to box. He's got the gap behind him. He'll get a point for fastest lap as well, so he won't lose out on anything here.
Cameron just needs to drive steady now. He's got the gap to Tom. He's just got to keep it steady, keep it on the road, keep it out of the walls, and it's kind of his for the taking.
Not like that though.
Tom is struggling though at the moment.
Cameron's car was squirming everywhere then.
Jensen will come out in front of Chris by probably quite a way. There's a big gap around here now.
Yeah, he'll just consolidate third.
Yeah, he'll take fastest lap, so that'll give him. Well, he will only lose out on a couple of points, I think. Then.
Nouvelle Chicane. It's David Shaw round.
Yeah, it is.
I think he's made the same error as he did a few laps ago.
He might not have to box, though. I think his wing's okay.
It looks
like it's alright.
God, the AlphaTauri looks nice, doesn't it?
Is there any... Mr. Rage is right on the back of Physico here now. I think he's going to try and go around the outside into turn 1. No, he's not.
Tom's really struggling with understeer through Raskas then. Front tyres didn't want to bite at all.
Still on low fuel as well.
I wonder if it's a heat issue he's getting because he's not using ABS and he's obviously the tyres keep locking up. Is he just overheating the front end now?
Quite possibly.
Rage gets past Physico there. And Chris
didn't look very difficult, that, to be fair.
Chris Stapps will want to try and get past as well. Mr. Rage, he's boxed twice. He put him on hards for some unknown reason. He didn't change it. He would have been right up there with Chris and that. And Chris is actually boxed as well.
Is Chris going to go for fastest lap? He's got 22-second gap on Rage.
The thing is, Rage, Physico,
so
and
that
Chris
gap's tight, you know?
Yeah, that is very, very tight.
That is tight. This will be interesting to see.
This will be.
He's out well clear, actually, by the looks of it.
He's going to get out. Yeah, well before them. So it's a very, very short pit stop.
So it's not what we thought it was. It's only about 15 seconds.
Just about 18 by the time he gets around that corner. How much is he going to lose?
Right,
30.
okay.
I
That
put
must
too
be why
much on
the
it
two
thinking it was
stoppers.
slow.
Yeah, no, that must be why the two stoppers recommended as a strategy. You know, when you start on the grid, it recommends a two stopper, and it sounds insane. Must be because of the short pits time.
Tom is struggling.
I just always thought with the 37 mile an hour speed limit, it would be such a long pit stop, but it's clearly not. Yeah, Cameron's driving this really well. He's just got to just keep it on the road
struggling.
now.
I think Tom is struggling now.
Thing is, these are coming up the back markers. I know they will. Jensen gets fastest lap there, 109.3. Charlie's just got past Chubby Slug there as well. That won't be for position because that man has 18 seconds of penalties.
Tom's tyres, they look as though they're really, really struggling.
25 laps him and Cameron have been on. The gap is slowly coming down, but with 6 seconds.
I was going to say, do you think Cameron's trying to make it 3 seconds just in case of a daft mistake?
He might have one warning left, so possibly he has just had a little wobble.
You're stuck between a rock and a hard place, though, because if you push to try and cover the penalty,
you'll make some
the penalty.
Yeah.
The fact that he has 1.5 seconds to lose on this last lap, I don't think he'll do anything stupid, and I think he'll bring it home.
Yeah, it gave the apex of Sandoval a nice wide berth to make sure he didn't cut that inside curb.
Well, Tom...
Right, is Kristaps going to get Physico here?
Physico is now on...
as much as I thought him.
He's on red fuel.
Physico's run out of fuel, so...
Physico has now run out of fuel, and he is ghosting. Kristaps has fuel.
Physico will get away with it, because he's been lapped.
No, he's not yet.
Has he not?
He will be soon.
Oh, yeah, they're just about to lap him, sorry, yeah. He will get away. Oh, has it gone?
Has it gone? It's gone. Is it? Oh,
is it?
Is he just slowing down?
He's just lifting and coasting a lot at this point.
Is this the position, though, with penalties? I think it might be. No, Physico's got 9 seconds. Kristaps only has 3, so Kristaps will get past him.
Yeah, he's guaranteed
anyway.
7th.
Yeah, he's guaranteed 7th. The gap back.
Kristaps is actually ghosting right now. Is it because they're about to get lapped?
Yeah.
Tom's
right behind him. Tom's about to cross the finish line.
Physico's
I think Cameron's done enough.
Win this on track. Cameron had a bad last corner. I don't think
he's covered. Yeah, he's fine. He's brilliant. Well done, Cameron. Great drive.
Well done. He's going to win this because he didn't have a penalty. It was a great. Oh, and he clips Tom there anyway. Jensen will come in 3rd here. It wasn't a bad race from Jensen. He just had to try and get past.
And Physico has now officially run out of fuel as we are still. Oh no, it looks like he got lapped at the end because it's showing checkered flag.
Yeah, he must have got lapped at the end. He got lapped on the start-finish straight. Tom had DRS on the start-finish straight on the last lap, so I think he just lapped him.
Kristaps had a brilliant race as well. What the hell am I going to do with the bloody thing then? We'll just wait for Connor's ghost to finish, but
Cameron won that on the second part of the medium stint.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did.
He was much quicker than Tom. I think Tom blew the tyres out, pushing too hard on the first start. But Cameron just managed it really well and got his rewards.
Oh, it was a great race in the end then. Right at the end. Stephen's happy anyway.
I think Gents will be kicking himself slightly.
Yeah, I do. Especially with the wing damage.
Well done, Cameron.
We will go through.
Nice to see the Ukrainian flag up there as well.
Oh, with Tom, yes. So Cameron won that in the end. Tom was 2nd. Jensen 3rd. OTO Ellen was 4th. Rage was 5th. Kristaps was 6th. Physico was 7th. David Enchu was 8th. Charlie was 9th. Lewis was 10th. Chubby Slug was 11th. Jantex was 12th. Connor was 3rd. Connor wasn't there actually, so the ones who DNF'd would be Connor, Clarkey, MedTC, Rude Gillett, OTL Dixie Enormous, Macho, Sean, Larry, and Pelly. But what a race come down to the end.
It was tense, wasn't it?
It was very tense, wasn't it? Fastest lap there was from Jensen. I will get...
It's not a bad lap by Chris in 4th, actually, and his attempt for fastest lap. It's a good lap.
I will. I'll get some invites out. Cameron, Tom, and Jensen.
What a race! Yeah, well done, Chris. That's a good recovery drive up to fourth.
Yeah, brilliant.
Bum 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 bum.
Oh. Which party am I in? Because this could be... Right, I'm going to have to make a new party here. When we can get them in. 1, 2... Tom... I'm having a few issues here. Cameron, Tom. Where is Jensen? Oh, Christ. And... Oh. Sorry for cutting out Chiv there. I just had to make a different party so we could get back to it. I think that's right now. Evening, guys.
Evening.
GG boys, good race.
Yeah, I had to make... Sorry, Chiv, I cut you out. I had to make a new party there.
No, it's fine, don't worry. Hope our fellow commentator, Mr. Wilson, has got the memo.
I think so. I guess we'll go with Jensen first. Is Jensen here?
Mm-hmm.
How was that race for you, bud? I mean, I think you thought you had it until right at the end when you got that damage. But your first stint, did you feel that went how it should? Because you were losing a lot of time nearer to the end of the stint than you thought, or...
It was a bit annoying at the start because we lost 5 seconds straight away because some guys decided to crash into each other.
That's a really Connor's race, wasn't it?
Connor and Gillett had contact.
I'm on the inside of Ruti and he tries to keep around the outside of like both of us, and then they both collide. And that's already 5 seconds. I make up that 5 seconds. And then in the next stint was all good, and then on the softs, caught up to Cameron. I was closer than I was any of the previous laps, and then I fucking hit the wall on the inside of, like, I think after the chicane, out of the tunnel. And that gave me some damage. I kept on going around because I was still keeping up, but then, yeah.
You knew you couldn't get past.
Thing of damage through the second chicane.
So not so happy for you, Jensen. But you did well to finish third anyway. It is a very hard track to maintain your focus on anyway.
Yeah. I've definitely feel I've lost, like, choked the win there. So
yeah, we thought you had the win there with the laps left.
But I can't be too disappointed in anything else apart from myself, to be honest, because of my own mistake. But yeah.
What were you thinking of Tom's penalty when you're behind Cameron? Could you see the 6-second penalty?
Yeah, like if I got past Cameron, it would have been an easy dub.
Yeah,
because it would be no pressure and just keep it going around. But yeah, just trying to get past and just over pushing it because they're so fast in the final sector. I had to get like a really good final sector to have any chance because turn 1 or the top of the hill were the only 2 chances, or the only 2 overtaking places, really. I tried other moves on Cameron down the inside. I got a little bit squeezed, but I mean, yeah, it's a little bit late. So, I mean, it's all right. I mean, it's P3.
Yeah, it's still a podium. You haven't lost out too much anyway. I think a few people who were around you in the table all didn't finish. Or they.
I mean, I ended up picking the fastest lap as well, so I only lost probably 9 points from that.
Yeah, the rest of the field, it was more of a race of attrition, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Monaco 96 at some point. Bizarre, again, the safety car glitch. No safety car.
Is Tom here? He finished second. Well, apart from your penalties, your first stint, I guess your first stint, you did very well. You maintained you kept Cameron behind you on your first stint, and you come out in not too bad of a place, and you seemed to get past everyone okay. It was just your penalties in the end, I guess, that cost you that race.
Yeah, it's quite annoying, to be honest, because I think I got 2 or 3 of my warnings whilst I was like distracted by someone's ghost, because I don't know whether I don't have name tags on, so I don't know if they were AIs or not, but they just weren't moving out of the way, went under blue flags. But yeah, it's still my own fault, and it's rather annoying, but fair play to Cameron, because he was outside the 6 seconds for quite a while, but I'd sort of destroyed my tyres by the end, and he caught back up.
I was going to say, Tom, your front tyres towards the end, it looked as though you were having a lot of understeer, especially in Rascas and things. Did you kind of boil them by the last few laps?
Yeah, I think I was locking up too much. I just warned them too much, and I couldn't get it turned in quite a lot.
We noticed it on comms, the locking up, and then because you were managing the gap, the 6 seconds okay, and then we noticed that it just kept locking up in the same corners, and Cameron was able to slowly dip into your gap then. There's nothing worse than losing the race on penalties.
Yeah, especially when I led so long.
Yeah, you pretty much led from the start. Even after the pit stop, you would still come out in front of the guys when they pit, so...
Made some great moves in the start of your second stint as well.
Yeah, didn't make any unnecessary moves like I've done in the past, which has ruined my Monaco races. Just on the same straight every time, pretty much the same overtake.
Yeah, up the hill. I think you had to, because you had to try and bridge a gap to Cameron, didn't you? He almost did not finish this race.
Yeah.
Well done on second, though, mate.
Thank you.
I think that's your second race here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you put it on pole as well. Yeah, you did. It was a very, very fast lap from you as well. So well done.
Thank you.
Cameron. Is Cameron here?
Yeah.
Cameron is a very popular winner.
Yes, he is. Very, very popular winner. How your first stint? Were you happy just to sit behind Tom? Did you feel like you needed to get past at all from that first stint? Knowing Jensen and others were all on mediums, because I only think 3 of you in the top 10 started on the soft compound.
I was happy to sit behind Tom for a bit, to be honest. His pace was quite good. I knew if I started fighting him, we were probably going to get really pressured by the ones behind, and then because they could bring them tyres a lot longer, we'd be in trouble later on. So yeah, and then I apologise after the pit stops. I made a very dumb move on. I think it was Chubby Slug, yeah.
Yeah, and just after the swimming pool, just after the swimming pool section.
I thought
you did have to get past, but it looked a little bit aggressive. But
yeah, it was.
Could you see Tom kind of making that gap and kind of thought, I need to get through the traffic just as quick as Tom is, kind of thing?
I seen Tom made a really good move down into the chicane, and I knew if I wanted a chance to get to him, I'd have to quickly make the move. And when Chubby went wide, I just went for it, but that was my fault. I shouldn't have done that. But...
You did make a cracking move. I can't remember on who it was, but it was coming out of San Devot. You had the traction going up the hill, and it was a great move, to be fair to you, man.
Yeah, thanks.
But well done. You're a Monaco winner. As Only a certain amount of people that can say that. Myself included, but not in a league anywhere near as quick as this one. Well done, man. Good race.
Yeah, thanks.
And happy you won. Well done, man.
Rob, do you have anything to add? Or would you like to add anything?
Okay, look.
No, Rob's not here. Okay. Driver of the day from the game was given to Physico. I think this week, we'll give it to Chris. Actually, he had a good quali lap, and he got spun, or he had a spin going down into the swimming pool, and he did very well to then keep it out the wall, keep his penalties down, and just get past people back into that top five. I think he finished fourth in the end. So it was very well done from Chris. We'll give him driver of the day. From Comms Box, fastest lap was Jensen, and obviously from the game was Physico. But from us, I will see you next week, and I believe Chris will see you tomorrow for Realistic. Congratulations, you three, on your podium.
Yeah, well done, guys. Great race.